I would say pretty good draw from Moky, all things
That's
considered.
what he said. That's what he said.
He was saying he was confident about it, yep.
I mean, aMSa even as well. aMSa's been very much complimentary of, like, even before Moky. Okay, Moky recently, I think people are kind of seeding in the top 10 echelon of play, right? When they kind of rank the players. Even before I think Moky got to that point, back when he was a little more like inconsistent or what have you, aMSa was like, yo, Moky is one of the best foxes versus Yoshi.
Yeah.
I mean, there was that Canadian tournament. Was it the big one? I'm trying to remember what it was called. But it was the one where Moky won it over aMSa and a few other people.
Oh,
was it this year?
It was earlier, either this year or like late last year. I can't recall.
Yeah, there was something in the it was in the old Gommel venue back when it was like at a college.
Yeah.
At UBC.
Oh, damn.
Beautiful campus.
Okay.
But yeah, Moky also, so Swift was commentating when Moky was playing against Axe. And Swift was saying that Moky's the kind of person that won't just like play Fox against a mid-tier or whatever. He will learn how to play against a character like Yoshi and the player. And he puts in the work, essentially, when a lot of times, especially in the earlier days, it's like, well, I'm Fox and it's Pikachu.
Yeah.
I'll figure out what to do. And then Axe ate off that for 7 years straight. But that just, you know, Moky's someone who comes prepared, and he also plays like a cracked out monster. So.
Right.
Yeah, I think of the cocaine foxes, definitely the most.
Is the most on his bullshit.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I see if aMSa also comes with that same amount of preparedness, because, you know, you got to beat Moky to win the tournament, typically.
aMSa was saying that something he found out about really recently that he needs to do more, that he's trying to start doing, is instead of wave landing to side platforms, he's talking about aerial interrupting to them with Nair.
Ooh, okay.
And he's saying it's a lot better because, one, it's actually faster. Two, it's safer because if I mess it up, I don't burn my double jump randomly.
You can't get clipped out of it either.
Right.
So it's like...
And you don't have waveland landing lag, so he can, if he needs to shield, he can throw up his shield really fast.
So you're talking about you hit the double jump and then you like nair right after onto the platform?
You either full jump or double jump. Yeah, I didn't really ask, but it's something that I'm going to look for.
It's probably a
just
full
in
jump
general.
nil if he's not worried about his double jump. Because if he's DJC nil,
then it wouldn't matter.
Then it wouldn't work. Yeah.
Right. But
that's a really good trade, actually. I think, air dodge, but...
Yeah, I mean, on the Fox's end, you know, this matchup is like the classic. Oh, Noms is a little bit too low. The classic like thing that you need to learn as the Fox against Yoshi that Moky's incredibly good at is knowing when you actually get to continue your combo and when trying to hit them is bad.
Yeah.
Because most characters in this game, if they're floating in the air in front of you, you go crazy. That's your time to go. They can't CC. But with Yoshi and kind of with Peach too, similar vibe, you know, you gotta kind of know when to
learning when to let go.
You gotta know when to
just a little bit.
It's the Mario Party minigame with the Shy Guy where he holds up the flag.
Yeah.
Stop. Yeah. Oh, and Moky's looking good. aMSa taking the first stock in the game, but Moky has kind of commanded the lead.
The ledge grab in the
back air.
Oh, there's tech whips. Who does that?
Unbelievable.
Great tag.
Who throws a shoe, honestly?
Random task.
Wow.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
That awareness.
That's the abate.
That is
in my
the
house.
Yoshi sometimes, at least it looks like, can sometimes struggle to close out just like a Fox stock.
Yeah.
It's not easy. If you don't get it within the combo, and Moky's very aware of like, I know the Yoshi stuff, it's kind of hard to just close out the stocks.
Yeah, his DI on that back air on the left side, which like would have closed out that second to one last stock, was perfect. Because he just barely didn't get caught out by that dash attack.
Yeah, you get to that high percent, and usually the Yoshi's like, okay, I'll just mash double jump and mash A because I'll fly.
Yeah.
But Moky's not going to let that happen as much.
Yeah, I wonder, the thing about this matchup that's tough, I think, for Yoshi sometimes is that you really want to be in the lead. Being in the lead is, you always want to be in the lead anyway, because then you're winning, you're closer to winning. But I think because Yoshi is so bent on taking damage to win neutral with armor, you just kind of don't really get to do that if you're down. Is
Yoshi the Zangief of Super Smash Bros.
Yeah,
Melee?
you gotta eat it kind of. He's not even a grappler, but the way he combos you, it kind of feels like an SPD.
In a way, right? I think that the truest grappler in this game at this point, I think, is, I was going to say Donkey Kong.
Oh,
yeah, okay. For sure.
Well, it's funny because you and Scar said Puff was the grappler years ago.
Years ago, they hadn't patched Donkey Kong into the game yet. Remember? That's a more recent phenomenon.
Yeah, Puff is a zone grappler.
Okay.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda. Developer Wrangler hadn't yet
exactly.
put Donkey Kong into the game.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can't. Yoshi's standing grab is so bad.
It's terrible.
aMSa made a list of like mechanics that he doesn't like in Melee or whatever, and JC grab was on there, and I was like, only a Yoshi main would say
Yeah,
that.
right. No one else has a problem.
Right. No one
cancel
else
grab.
cares about Chuck cancel grab.
That's so funny. Okay.
Oh, damage, damage,
yeah.
damage.
One thing I'll say too is Shine Out Shield good against Yoshi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shine Out
Oh
Shield's good
yeah.
against Yoshi.
One of the big reasons for that is that Yoshi up close, like unspaced, Yoshi really relies on jab pressure, kind of the way Falcon does with Gentleman. And if you can shine it out of shield and get a punish, it kind of makes it so Yoshi has to back off.
Yeah.
Moky looking really good.
Yeah.
Like all his decisions are leading to bigger punishes, and he's just winning neutral more, and that is the math of the game.
Yeah.
I feel like one thing I used to see aMSa do when he was like really on that, really on that tear, like about during Big House and like lead up earlier half of this year. I feel like he used to use his command grab a lot more. Honestly.
Oh, the side B?
Yeah, he would command grab more, and he would like actively tech chase off of knockdown.
Yeah,
a little bit more.
the whole thing with that is he'll jump at you, and if you've been shielding a lot, he kind of goes for it. But I think Moky is just really hard to pin down.
Yeah.
Moky's not the kind of player that's going to be sitting in shield. And so aMSa probably doesn't feel like he's got an opportunity to go for it.
Yeah.
Dude, they both ran at each other off the platform. Moky with an up air and aMSa with a nair. Oh my lord.
10 seconds?
Real.
That's nuts.
10-second Fox stock? I'll give you a 10-second car.
Yeah, when I look at the two Foxes that are really giving aMSa a lot of trouble in this matchup, it's Moky and it's Cody.
Yep. And interestingly, in different ways. Oh!
Different ways,
that
yeah.
was cute.
That was cute.
That was nuts.
Just pushing him off the ledge.
Dude, Moky also, by the way, even years ago, this was like 3 or 4 years ago before COVID, I remember he was like the first Fox to have labbed out. I don't know why he knew this. He knew the exact amount of inputs you need to do to mash out of Yoshi's egg.
Oh,
it's always the same.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting.
By the way, I don't know why he didn't
It's
try
also
to
a way
recover
to
it.
do it without jumping out on the mash. too.
Exactly, because it's not percent.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Wow, that's tough. You know, when you mash out of throws, it depends how much
Yeah,
percent
it's
you
percentage,
have.
but
You
the
would
egg
think
isn't.
it works that way.
It's a static state.
It's static, yeah. It's always the same amount. So you do like, it's 2 3/4 rotations of the control stick, and you get out. It's very bizarre.
You know what I learned a long time ago
There we
is
go.
the mashes out of grab buffer. So when you were getting wobbled back when that was a thing, you mash enough and then you just stop.
Yeah.
You don't need to keep mashing.
Oh, wow.
You kind of got to give it up after a certain point.
Yeah, and it's like, you're burning too many calories. Oh my God, this is a clinic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're a minute and a half in. The
Buddy-
man is cooking.
Moky looks extremely prepared.
Buddy said it was a good draw and he wasn't lying about it.
He
Nah.
did.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got a good bracket.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you're like, I got a good bracket and aMSa's in it, and you're like, yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly who I wanted.
I mean, the way aMSa wins these, and it might be a kind of a foregone conclusion at this point, but aMSa just needs to hit harder.
Yeah.
He needs to hit his like crazy ass aMSa combos, not miss edge guards.
Yes.
You just have to kill the Fox.
Like he was hitting Mango way harder at Big House.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We were just holding on to our hats like, no,
here we go.
the goat. But
Right.
Mango, aMSa just closing it out. He's not closing out edge guards, and he's not getting those crazy 90% combos.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like Moky's like defense sub like 40, sub 50 has been super good because he'll be in the scrap with Yoshi and make it look like Fox wins, which normally we don't see a lot of.
Right. Especially Yoshi, the defense guy who
Yeah.
can parry in the game that no one can do it.
Oh my God,
there it
that's
is.
it.
Done. Oh, with the trick shot at the end, too.
Yeah, no, that was clean. I
was
feel like he
really,
just
really
played
convincing.
sharp. It was like the first 2 stocks aMSa looks like, oh, okay. And then after that, it was just Moky season.
Yeah.
He just cooked.
Broke his
Really-
ankles and pushed
really
him down,
clean.
dude. That was gross.
All Foxes today. All Foxes
Yeah.
have looked really strong.
Yeah.